Hey, what's up? Hey, babe. Hey, what's up, Vule? What's up, Patrick Pasaleski? How's it going? Hey, what's going on, guys? Um, so if you guys are looking to buy the dip, I'd go look at the charts right now. We just had a massive dump on the charts. Uh, yeah, that's one thing I want to do is if you want to buy the dip, I'm trying to let people know. One and two, there's some things I want to talk about. Uh, got some serious problems going on, guys. Like people say, it's bad when I go live. What's up, Artem? How's it going? What's up, Michelle? Peter Flies. How's it going, bro? What's up, John? So there's a huge dip right now. If you're looking to buy, it's down to 3907. That was a pretty big dip right there. That was a massive sell-off. I'll put it on the screen in 1 second, guys. Sorry, I have to get the stream ready and stuff. Okay. Yeah, and there, and there we go. Okay, so yeah, here's the charts. We just had a pretty big sell-off. Let me try to read these comments for a minute. What's Pharaoh sold 4 billion. People are so emotionally invested in Safemoon they can't see the forest for the trees. Sad days in DeFi. Yeah, for sure, man. Nice attempt at my last name. Hold on, I got this. Pasilski, is that it? Love your videos, but I wonder if and how Safemoon could recover from this. What's up, Lions? Yeah, I'll talk about that with you guys. What's up, Safemoon Red? Hey, Crypto Control, I'll be here regardless. I know there's a lot of going on, but either way, what's the point of selling now? That's where I'm at. There's not really a point in me selling unless I think it's going to zero. Pazelski. Well, no dip to buy. John needs to speak after this last video. Yo, what's up, Michael? How's it going, man? Buying the dip now is nutty. I just let people do what they want to do. And if everybody did that, we'd be fine. But no, some people, they have to attack you, whether if you believe or don't believe in the project. So, keep reading your comments for a second. Safemoon should sue the crap out of CoffeeZilla defamation. Smiley guy. Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. Whatever bad news you got, I appreciate all the information you bring us. Yeah, I'll probably be putting out a video trying to provide the most realistic perspective of Safemoon, so just to let people decide for themselves. If only people just took that approach. Let people decide for themselves. We can't do that. From when I saw, the address that sold was our #1 whale. The only one that was left was in double-digit billions. Really? Hey, what's up, John? Beckham, how's it going? What's up, Craig? Bennett? Christian Eaton. Yeah, that was a big dip. So I just got kicked off the water cooler. Was anybody in there? They kicked me off the stage, and I didn't even say anything bad. All I said was, "Did Safemoon Dev take from the liquidity pool?" And they kicked me, and then ranted for like 5 minutes without me having the ability to respond. Thanks, Tariel411. I appreciate that. What's up, Crypto Control? What's up, Prelude? How's it going? For F's sake, John needs to address this. I don't think he will. Believe with all this Mandala properly won't listing Safemoon. Yeah, I mean, if they lose the Mandala thing, that would be a big deal, right? I believe in this project, but damn, can we get some good news? I feel the same way, TK. My negative videos don't do good. I don't get views. If I'm not pumping the dream, then, the bank account is not filling up. And you don't make that much of a YouTuber unless you're like really big. Selling right now is the most ignorant thing a person can do. See, that's the thing, is like the attacking people. Like, let people do what they want. You could have sold so long ago and bought back in. So you don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? People said selling a year ago was stupid. Or I'm sorry, months ago was stupid. Yeah, that's a pretty big dip in the chart. They kicked you out because they know you love being controversial. Okay, Miguel. I really appreciate that comment, man. Yeah, I just went in there because I just want to be controversial. No, it's because I believe in this weird thing called truth. And they're not being truthful. They're not being honest with CoffeeZilla. They're not being honest with John. They're not being honest with so many things. And like I said, I'm like, that you're not my enemy, but investors, you're investors. You need to look at what's going on. And the main things that I think that as investors, if you have a lot staked in this, you know, if you got a little bit and you're like, I kind of hope it moons, but you're okay with it going to zero, it's not really a big deal what's happening, right? Unless you're just interested. But if you have a lot and you have to like decide, oh crap, do I need to pull out, or should I wait? You have to look at all the positives and negatives. It'd be stupid to only look at the negative things of Safemoon as an investor, and it's equally as stupid to only look at the positive things. And that's the mindset we've created, is a cult mindset that only looks at positive things. They can't see negative things. They couldn't see that Papa was quitting. They couldn't see that Ryan was quitting. They attacked me for that. And now that we have this information, they're not a valuable source of perspective because they've proven time and time again they can't see what's right in front of their face if it has to do with being negative with Safemoon. I love your balanced style, my man. Thank you, me, myself, and I appreciate that. Hey, what's up, Thaddeus? Can anyone say inevitable? This is so rip. I mean, I don't know that Safemoon's going to die, but what I think you'd have to look at as an investor, if you got a lot of money involved in this, you're probably already doing that. Anyways, you're probably just not a dumbass, I would imagine. But the lawsuits, if it's proven that John took money that was supposed to go to the LP, and those wallets are proof of it, you know, how much worse can the lawsuits get? And you kind of need somebody with an expertise in lawsuits to look at that. People are buying this dip. I mean, there's always going to be people to buy the dip. And I'm okay with people doing that. Like, do whatever you want to do. I have my own perspective. I might believe it's not a good time to buy. Because I've been watching the price go down so much, I'm like, I'll just wait. I'll just wait for it to go way down. And if I still think that Safemoon has a big future, it'll only take a little bit of money to get a ton of tokens instead of buying all these dips for all these whales, just feeding these whales on the way down. Like I said, though, it's your choice. It could take off. Maybe they do some huge listing or something. Keep giving us your thoughts. I appreciate you. When Mandala listings, I love Jeremiah and the water cooler, but they're a hopium space. I like Jeremiah too. I don't get along with Addict. I try to, but they have the cancel culture mindset. Like, oh, we can't address the information you're saying, so we just attack you, and then we pretend like we shut you down and debunked you. It's pretty funny, actually. Bye, Tariel. Have a good one. Delayed delivery equals FUD. Where's the most accurate real-time chart quote on Safemoon? I'm not sure. I mean, I've asked people, and they said that Nomics was. So we could check that out. But yeah, they kicked me. They kicked me from the space. So Addict kicked me. That's funny. That's cowardly. It's cowardly to kick someone. That's the thing that I've been seeing all over the spaces lately is people, they're willing to make posts and YouTube videos and attack people. And then that person says, okay, let's have a conversation. And you don't show up. You're a coward. You are a coward. And even if I'm friends with you, you're being cowardly in that moment. And it's like either don't talk trash, or when that person wants to have that conversation with you, go have the conversation. And the entire point is that you're wrong. That's why you're acting this way, is you can't realize that you're the one that's wrong. You're the one that needs to change your perspective. And really all you'd have to do is say, you know what, I could be wrong, and consider other perspectives. But that's too much to ask sometimes. So what is the water cooler? The water cooler is a Twitter space that's held by Jeremiah. I like Jeremiah, but he is... he's one of the, he'd be considered a maxi. Like, yeah, he would fall into the maxi category, just like Safemoon Addict. There's not really much discussion for anything that could have negative to do with Safemoon. And that's what I was just telling them. I was trying to be as friendly, but at the same time, I'm trying to address the dishonesty going on in the space. Oh my God, so true. The Safemoon cancel culture is real. There is Safemoon cancel culture. It is. They have become Safemoon cancel culture. And after all that will come another dip. All the years, same things happening. Wait for it. Mandala won't list Safemoon this week. That's going to lead to another dip. That's another great point, Gene. If Mandala doesn't list Safemoon, there's going to be a big dip followed by that. And you'll have a chance to buy even more. What's up, Crypto Moonboy? How's it going, man? It's also your fault, dude. You give him a medium to spread his FUD. Okay. Leon, what do you mean I give him a medium to spread his FUD? I might try to maybe I'll open a space or something and allow people to come on. It's just my phone is always dying, and Twitter just eats your battery. Just really eats that battery up. It's also your fault. No confirmation bias here on this channel, nor cognitive dissonance. We just want to know the truth. What's up, Crypto? Hey, what's up, Sean? The brand has been established, just needs to be ran right. Did you see the latest vid from CoffeeZilla? Yeah, so the latest vid from CoffeeZilla, I mean, we can look at that. That's the problem right now, right? I always told my subscribers, I don't know how many of you guys have been with me that long, that if I ever felt like a ship was sinking, whether it's Safemoon or Evergrow, I'm not going to not tell you guys. And I'm getting to the point where I feel like I have to put out, I got to blow some whistles and warnings as far as the lawsuits and as far as what's happening with John. So did you guys watch the video? Is there people here who didn't watch CoffeeZilla's last video? It's only 10 minutes long. How do we get CC to take over for John? No, dude, I don't want to do that. I don't want to prejudge John, but I don't want to. Part of not prejudging John is not assuming that he's Jesus. Like, they were literally comparing CoffeeZilla to Satan and thinking that they were making a good argument, saying you don't argue with Satan. I'm like, yeah, Jesus shut Satan down. If you look at the Bible, he did. He used the truth to shut him down. Sorry, guys, my throat is not clearing up. We love you, Crypto Control, but you shouldn't invite the devil over to your house to discuss garbage. Okay, so you just did the same thing I was talking about while I was talking about it. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I don't... to me, it's not garbage, right? And really what it comes down to, and I said this before, Thomas literally said he was quitting, and this Safemoon army couldn't see that. And they turned on everybody who said that Papa was quitting. And they called you a fudder. And then Papa posted a GIF that said, I'm not effing leaving. He posted a GIF that said that. And he left months later, right? So we knew all along that Papa was not on the team. He was pretending to be on the team to save face for John. But people couldn't see that because they had that hopium going, right? Ryan, I posted a video the day that Ryan quit. I can't believe that happened. And just saying, hey, guys, it looks like Ryan's thinking about quitting Safemoon because they're having some issues. And the hopium, people that were taking too much hopium were like, no, you're just reading too much into it, and like attacking me and acting like I'm crazy, and a lot of denial. And my point's not to hate on them. I don't hate you if this is what you think. I'm just trying to show you that it's not a good way to think if you think this way. So they've proven time and time again that the truth can be right in front of their face, just so obvious, and they can't see it. And I made this point when I went into Jeremiah's space, that if you have this perspective, the truth will be right in front of your face, right here. This little dog, we're mocking it, we're making fun of it, but we're not really dealing with what the problem is with this dog, is that it connects John Caroni's wallet to a wallet to the Tano wallet that is off-ramping millions of dollars. So it's like, okay, Safemoon Army, how okay are you with John taking $1 million? Well, what about $2 million? What if he took $5 million? What if he took $10 million? What if he spent it on himself? How much is John allowed to spend on himself before you get upset that John... Also, I have to say this, guys. This is actually really important. DeFi Mark did not rug pull Surge. Everybody attacks him. He's a 22-year-old kid. He made a coding mistake. This contract was in the middle of being audited, and a hack happened. Yes, he made a crappy a flaw that ended up being... Yes, he made that flaw. He owned that flaw. He stuck around, and his goal was to pay it back. Anybody talking trash on that, you're shameful, or you're misguided. So anyways, Mark made a formula, and with this formula, you can figure out how much buys you need to get to a certain price. I could literally do it right now. I can plug in a price. You guys tell me a price, and I'll tell you how much buys we need to get to that price for Safemoon. Anyways, we could use that formula to figure out how much money did they take that was supposed to go into the LP, and what would the price look like today. It would probably be pretty insane, and I'm going to do that once I get that number. I don't know what the number is, whether it's 12 million, 10 million, I don't know, but whatever it is, we only have 8 million in our liquidity pool right now, right? 182 people watching this video, and honestly, 2 likes. Everybody, do me a favor, hit the like button. Let's get more people in here. I appreciate it. I kind of want to create a way to actually bring you guys up on the stage, or I could do it through Discord or something. Last video was very telling. The evidence is overwhelming. It looks really bad, right? I agree with you, Crypto Moon Boy. Appreciate the realistic view you have, CC. Maybe Safemoon could use some help from Brew Labs to lock up their liquidity. I don't understand how there's any debate around what's going on. It's all on the blockchain. That's the whole exact. Well, the debate is getting people to just open their eyes. That's all we're trying to do. Is like, hey, open your eyes. And it doesn't work. People attack character. They say that he does cocaine. They say that, oh, they're with Thomas and RBTC, so they're not. I'm like, you guys are just attacking their character. It doesn't address the information, and it actually makes your position look even weaker because you don't address the information. Matt is a math. Yeah, Mark is. I was talking to Mark, and I was just like, we talked for a couple hours the other night. I was just like, I cannot believe how smart this guy is. Like, you can just see the potential in him in DeFi. So anyways, we can look at this a little more. So yeah, he posted this and he has this thread. If you guys haven't seen the video, we'll just kind of go over the basics real quick and why this involves the future of Safemoon. It's kind of a big deal, right? He said, new evidence shows not 1, but 3 Coroni wallets engaging in what seems to be personal purchases of shitcoins and NFTs. They are funded by Bitmart primarily, which we know was making Safemoon millions from the LP. I know somebody that was on the team that said that John said that they were making too much money off of Bitmart. So they made a lot of money off of Bitmart, and it appears to have been that 5% that was supposed to go to us. And here's what I kind of think happened. John Coroni had that post where he said 2.5% is manually locked, and then the other 2.5% is stored in a wallet in case we need it for development purposes. We haven't needed that yet, and we'll let you know if we use it. I think that's what they said, and then I think they used it. They took it and they used it, and possibly a lot of it. And if you imagine what that could have done to the price of Safemoon, it could be a big deal. Let's check the price real quick. It is definitely recovering. People are buying that dip. I don't want to judge you. It's your gamble because I don't know the future of Safemoon. So if you want to buy that dip, it's pretty low price right there. That's a pretty good price. And I can't even say that I wouldn't buy. I just need to be convinced that the lawsuits aren't going to become a serious problem for Safemoon. Okay. These wallets have a combined value of $9 million. So we could do the equation right now and look at how much $9 million would put our price at if we wanted to. Let me check comments real quick before I move on. By the dip, do not listen to Zilla. John knows better than anyone that everything is visible on the blockchain. He knows that, so this does not make any sense. Thank people. Precisely Sayite, or whatever your name is, I completely agree. John would have to he's either confident that he can prove that he didn't take anything and use it on houses and cars and watches and clothes, or he thought he could get away with it. That's unfortunately what you see with a lot of scams, is they thought they could get away with it. I'm not assuming either way. It looks bad that he just suddenly got a ton of money. But if John came out and explained it, I'd be like, okay, cool. Let's move forward and let's make some videos. Do I think that's going to happen? Not really, but I don't know. There's a lot of pressure on John right now. There's a lot more going on too that I can't talk about right now. How did he live in a van with parents operating businesses in Africa and CIA agents? Such a lie. Well, apparently he lived in a nice van. Like, it was a really nice van, but he lived in a van. I truly believe if Matt was still at Safemoon, we would have a lot of cool calculation. I think you mean Mark. You keep saying Matt. Mark. Matt is Mark's roommate, who everybody hates on Twitter because he trolls everybody. I do still hold my Safemoon. I don't have a lot. I have like around 1 million. So it's not hard for me to not sell, right? Or be worried about selling. I mean, that's still like, that was still, over $1,000 at one point. But no, I've bought a couple times and it just kept going down. So let me read your comments just for a second. We'll get back to what's going on with the charts and what's going on with CoffeeZilla. I'll put up the charts while I read your comments for a second. It looks like they're starting to buy that dip. But the thing is when we buy these dips, we usually don't recover very well. And right now there's just other people waiting to buy this dip, probably. Or it could be the same whale. I don't know if somebody tracked that whale. Does that whale still have a bag? And how confident are you buying on that whale if he might dip more? He might just be waiting for you guys to fill up more to dip. I don't know. He might not. Do you have any info on the lawsuits? I tried looking them up, but by the time I got there, I will have more information on that soon. Read my comment, precise site. Let me try to read your comment. Give me 1 second. I did read your comment. I did read your comment, bro. How can you be excited about the future products? This is like getting food poisoning from a restaurant, and as soon as you get well, going back for another meal. I understand that. I completely get somebody feeling that way. If I lose my money, okay, but I hope this John go to jail for 50 years. John posts memes, not actually like a CEO, and give a statement. Thaddeus says good price, but it hasn't shown it will go up since all-time high. So it's a good price. Is only goes down. Someone please explain with logic if possible. Exactly, Thaddeus. That's where I'm like, you could just wait this entire time. If you had not bought this dip, you could have bought way earlier and sold and bought way. Or you could have been like actually doing the trading, even with the 10% fee. What are we gonna call this dip? Gosh, I have no idea what caused this dip. The coffee video came out yesterday. What's going on, my dude? All right, we'll continue to go over this. I'm trying to read you guys' comments. You don't believe in safe no more? That's your choice to make, right? If we all just took that stance, things would be fine. All right, so anyways, yeah, he basically, CoffeeZilla used an NFT to link John Crony's wallet to the Tano wallet and to another wallet that's linked to using funding from the Bitmart 5% tax that was supposed to go to the liquidity pool to buy other tokens. And that wallet also off-ramps millions of dollars. But there's not a very clear picture on that completely yet. So even then, I'm not coming to like serious conclusions, but I'm not going to just ignore it and say it's FUD either. CoffeeZilla says one of them is the famous Gabe wallet, the OXD. It ends in 6ABE. That's why it's called Gabe. We were told it was a company wallet, but it appears to dabble in shitcoins on the advice of Ben Phillips. Ben Phillips was pumping and dumping on Safemoon, and everybody says that's old news. I'm like, dude, that's a huge deal to just not want to talk about that. That guy was doing AMAs with the team. That guy said, buy the dip, and then dumped on you guys, us. Just crazy to say don't talk about that. Anyways, Ben Phillips, this is one of his message that he got somehow. He said, guys, one of my super powerful social media buddies is dropping a coin, or has dropped, called Stonsk. Why would you put it that way? They are in with Jeff Bezos, etc. Mad stuff. When I say powerful, I'm talking 2 to 3 billion reach overall. Easy money for the gang looking after the boys. If I see any other gems, I'll drop here for you to get in. And then it was like John Crony bought this. He used that funding from that wallet that's proven to be his from the NFT to buy this put $150,000 into Stonsk. The same day, Ben's tip, the Gabe wallet. This is actually even a bigger deal. The Gabe wallet, not just the other wallet, buys 150,000 worth of Stonk's token. There's no way to justify this as a company expense. Yeah, you're even then, if it was like, hey, I'll make a profit and use it for the company, you're gambling with money that's our money, the liquidity pool money. That's literally our money, right? Let me stop for 1 second and read your comments. Excellent vid by Coffee. Just give R. Dude, hold. Netflix money soon. This guy scammed millions of people. Does one of John's 3 wallets start with 32? One is Gabe, one is Dev Wallet, 666. What is the other one? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he'll show that in here. That's a good question. This is Operation Crash and Burn, just to rise from the ashes. I hope so. The whale sold 1.8 billion in one transaction and 630 million in another. Ouch. Wow, big one. Thanks for that info. That's crazy. Buy the dip. No, don't say buy the dip. That's dishonest. Don't tell people buy the dip. That's so wrong. You should go to jail for that. Let people do what they want with their money. Just give them information and let them decide for themselves. Anyways, okay. So 2 days after the tip to his insiders, Ben would post the Stonks token to his Twitter account. So 2 days after he bought, he said, okay, I'm taking an absolute gamble on this new coin called Stonks token. Let's go. It's got meme coin energy with a plan. I think it's got a good shot at Doge. So clearly he had a huge bag and then he used his followers to pump it. I can't believe somebody would do something like that. That's crazy. That's just crazy to me. Our next find was also based on another Ben Phillips tweet. On August 14th, Ben pitched Moondog's NFT. The same day, John responds that he purchased an NFT as well. If we trace who bought this NFT, it turns out to be this wallet, the 666, the Satan wallet. And John said, I named him Captain Hodl. This wallet was the recipient of 12 million USDT from wallets such as the Gabe wallet and Bitmart. So the wallet that John used, this proves that it's John wallet. And then this is a chart that they made to show where the money is going. After buying 20,000 worth of NFTs, it's once again hard to see how this could be a company wallet. If it's a personal wallet, how did it get so much money? So I believe this is money feeding into the Satan wallet. I don't know what you call it. And then it's showing all the different ways it went, I guess, that it was being spent on. The final wallet we find due to tracing the same NFT from earlier. Okay, this is that wallet you were asking about in the chat. No, these are transfers, not sells. The destination wallet is OX35. Okay, so I don't see a 32 in there. And it has a total of $1 million and holds 2 of Karoni's Moondogs. That's like, it's like, sure, if John has an explanation for it, I'm open to it. I want to hear it. If he can show that he's clean. Otherwise, it just looks really bad. Let me stop for a second. Hey, what's up, CEO John Karoni? Dude, you had me dying last night, man. In Coffee's chat and in my chat. I don't sell, but damn, that sucks. I don't buy anymore. I buy the new one. Okay, don't promote other ones in here. I'll ban you. This is not what this is for. Sorry, I'm trolling. I'll stop. Can't wait to hear what John's going to say. I say this should be called the Moondog Dip. Yeah, that's a good name. Mandala came up with the date 10th May it is. So John is an evil person with 666. Oh, this is kind of funny. So John is an evil person with a 666 wallet who was living in a very luxurious van buying sausage dogs NFTs from our money. My brain hurts. Damn, I need a drink. Wallet of the beast. Yeah, I know, right? Blockchains are public. How could somebody be that stupid? Doesn't make sense. So he either thought he could get away with it, or he felt like he had nothing to hide. Or he didn't think it would be a big deal. Man, those are a lot of options right there, right? So there are many ways to interpret this data, but I can't think of a single way to justify Karoni controlling this amount of money. He went from living in a van/trailer before Safemoon to a multimillionaire dabbling in shit coins and NFTs. And he has this full video. If you haven't seen it, guys, I would check it out. I'm in there for a second. He chose an interesting part of our conversation to use in that, but it's cool. I'm in there just saying like, hey, we need evidence for Karoni's wallet, because everybody doesn't believe in the team before. They believe in Karoni, and if he's done something wrong, that's where you have to have proof. So I can't believe Jeremiah Addict kicked me off. I mean, I can. It's so cowardly. So cowardly. Anyways, this is why regulation is needed. Yeah, unfortunately, there does need to be some type of regulation, but it's going to hurt good projects, possibly. No, CEO John Karoni, we know, love you no more. You need to address this. Yeah, John Karoni, can you give us... Yeah, unsubscribe. Thank you, Orlando. I appreciate that. Guys, subs don't do anything for me. I don't know if you guys know this. I get 0 pennies from you subscribing to me. If you think I care about that. Karoni should address this publicly. The inflection point was the high turnover rate with the staff. Bro, I agree with you. He's either dumb or didn't do his research and feed into CoffeeZilla's mind. Okay, Smart Investing 101. You think that I'm dumb or didn't do my research. Okay, so can you answer some questions then? Because there seems to be, when people love saying how stupid you are and how blind you are and not doing your research, and then you start asking questions and then they attack you and they attack other people. Seems to be the reoccurring theme. Did Safemoon Dev take from the liquidity pool and use that to pay Thomas? I just want to ask you that. Investing. John, FBI have eyes on you. Any audits against Safemoon, it will help to clear it up. Yeah, that'd be nice. Don't you worry, you have a friend in me. Thank you, Camille Marcus. I appreciate that. Just wondering, what's the real story of that whale who appeared and sold millions from pre-sale wallet after Bitmart hack? Oh, I don't know about that. Can we do anything with P Safemoon cash out? I'm not sure, Anthony. Why does FUDZilla never mention when talking lawsuits that the FBI has audited us, found nothing? Seems like he has a preconceived narrative. Well, we don't know what they were looking into or why they were looking into it or what they were looking for. We know that I'm pretty sure that investigation is over. Does that mean there's not another one? No, but we don't have any proof either way right now, besides the lawsuits. Okay, Processi, do not say buy the dip in my chat. I will ban you if you say that again. Don't give financial advice. If anyone calls the John evidence FUD, they're an idiot. It's irrefutable. Safemoon will survive. The army is too big, but we need a new CEO. So many different perspectives. Some people see it, they believe it, but they still believe in Safemoon. Some people see it and say Safemoon's dead. The cognitive dissonance is strong in the Safemoon. It is very strong. It's always been strong. I'd rather Crony take a few $1 million out of the LP, even if it's for his personal gain, than rug the whole project, and he could leave with even more millions. See? All these different perspectives. Okay. Gosh damn it. Do I have any moderators in here? What's up, Generation? Do you want to jump on a chat and talk with me about this? Do you want to hit me up on Discord and provide some of your perspective to the situation? Check Twitter. Safemoon just tweeted. Did they? We have a date and time, Safemoon Army. Our heartfelt thanks to you, Mandala X, for continuing to be a team that goes above and beyond for everyone, not just Safemoon. Hey, Safemoon Army, you didn't think we forgot about you, did you? We are excited to announce a go-live date. Safemoon Trading will go live on May 10th at 2 a.m. Phase 1 will utilize local tokenomics. However, we still work diligently to provide glow talks. So when they list, we're not even going to have global tokenomics. I mean, that is cool, though. That does seem to be a positive. Like, I'll try to play both sides. That seems to be a positive, that they are still okay with listing Safemoon. But there's still questions regarding that, you know, because exchanges usually make money by listing tokens, right? I don't know. But it does show that they are at least confident enough in Safemoon's future to list them, to not think that they're going to have a super negative impact on the Mandala exchange, I guess. Safemoon on Mandala goes live May 10th. You're not being real objective. I just saw your reply. I didn't use it while I was typing. Thank you. What a shit show this turned out, man. The only thing that the LP... let me see. Generation Crypto... Might get Generation in here to provide some of his perspective and insight if he is down for it. The only thing that could make sense is John take the LP money and try to make more money from it than return the initial LP money and keep the rest. Even then, it's still stealing. Yeah, I mean, that's what it could possibly be, right? Like, oh, I borrowed a little bit, made some money, put it back. I don't know. Too little too late, that tweet is damage control. You see that as damage control? I really like just not having a position and just hearing all these different perspectives from you guys. How many of you guys money was missing from your 401k when the pandemic just started? I don't see no one holding a YouTube video as to where the money went after so many years of investing. Yeah, people do have videos on that stuff. It's just the government's in control, and it's very hard to counter them when they censor you on YouTube. Was Twitter, but Elon took over Twitter, so luckily you'll be able to call out the government on Twitter and the corruption. I never heard of Mandala Exchange as a big one. More that is notable. I feel like I heard that Mandala is not that big. So April 40th it is. No one's going to buy this anymore. No, there's a lot of people that are going to buy the dips. Like, it's probably still being eaten up. That dip is still being eaten up right now. Okay. I think we're going to try to get... Hey, what's up, Generation? How's it going, man?
Good, good. I'm sorry if my audio's not that great. I'm at my office.
Oh, sounds good.
Good. How
So
are you?
pretty good. I joined the water cooler this morning and they kicked me out. Uh,
I saw
Big
that
surprise
you
there.
mentioned that. Yeah. What did you say?
So, like, all I said was that, in the history of Safeman, we've seen people, where we had very clear evidence that Papa was quitting and that Ryan was quitting and that people couldn't see what was right in front of their faces and that they attacked everybody who could see it. And that if we took that perspective today, that that we need to make that basically that mindset's not a trustworthy mindset to be looking at all the information. And it's important as investors when people actually have money on the line, if you're playing a role and providing an unrealistic perspective where somebody would have sold but they believed you, then yeah, I think it's important to prioritize. That's all I'm saying. It's important to prioritize truth over everything, right? Is the standard that people just don't have. They prioritize their dreams over the truth, and that stops them from being able to filter information correctly. And then they said, like, oh, everything's been debunked and it was all FUD and it was all proved a lie. And I said, okay, well, let's talk about it. And that's where people get upset, right? I was like, did Safemoon Dev take from the liquidity pool? Like, oh, you're just bringing up old FUD. And then they muted me and then they kicked me off stage and then they ranted for 5 to 10 minutes. And then I couldn't respond. I'm like, okay, nice job, guys. Um,
Yeah,
but
that's unfortunate.
what about you? How's your perspective going for everything right now?
I think I've been pretty transparent with my audience. I prior to yesterday's video, and then of course my investigation after yesterday's video, I was kind of in this neutral place. I think pretty similar to you, where the allegations were pretty serious. And there was a lot of red flags piling up, and I needed to take those seriously. And then on the flip side of that, I still believed in the concepts that Safemoon wanted to achieve, and I felt like if they were able to accomplish those goals, that it could be good for Safemoon and the community. So I was still kind of holding out that hope, but also recognizing that these allegations are serious and I needed to do further investigating. However, after looking into yesterday, it's really hard not to look at this in a negative or concerning light, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Unfortunately, SafeMoon specifically has moved away from DeFi and has become very centralized in a lot of capacities. And when you have a centralized entity that is controlling major decision making and function of a project, and there's compromised individuals on that team, it becomes extremely difficult to move forward with support for that project without fear of further damaging moves to be made by that team. And so it's pretty clear to me, I think as clear as you're going to get, without basically just admission from the team, especially specifically John in this case. Um, I mean, how else can you prove it besides a tweet that literally proves that they are claiming ownership of something and that ties them directly to a wallet address that then ties them to other transactions that have been made. I don't know of any other clearer way that you could basically prove something without them straight up coming out and admitting it.
Yeah, besides like people coming out, like Hank and people on the team, and like speaking about things, like the insiders, coming out, or maybe his family um, coming out and talking about it.
Yeah, yeah. I would hope that John specifically would come out and be willing to address this stuff. But at the same time, what do you say? What can you say at this point?
Well,
I
I
wish
feel
there
like
was something he could, but
that's a
I
great
don't know.
question. I feel like if he had an explanation, you just say the explanation. Hey guys, this was the money we were going to use for funding. I took it out. I off ramped 5 million. I can show the receipts. I used this for the SafeMoon HQ. I used it for SafeMoon events. We paid ourselves a little bit because we don't have a way to pay ourselves. We only gave ourselves this much. If he did that, everybody'd be like, then we'd be able to shut down everybody who was saying that John took. But if he can't do that, then we're just stuck with like, hey John, this looks like you guys took a lot of like millions of dollars for yourself. And what kind of price impact would that have had if that had gone into the liquidity pool where it was supposed to go into our hands, the investors?
Yeah, did you see the wallet address I just sent you on BSC scan?
I do not.
Take a look at that. Tell me what you think.
Okay. What is this?
Uh, Take a look at the dates on the transactions and the amount of tokens held and which tokens are held. And take a look at where their tokens are coming from.
Which one are you talking about? Are you talking about from PancakeSwap or?
Yeah, so if you the hash I sent you, if you go back to the wallet, um, you'll be able to see all the tokens are held in that wallet and the amounts, and then you can see the sell times and dates, and then if you look down at the very bottom, migration date and times, and then where that came from.
Yeah, I'm not good with BSC. Like I don't use it that often.
Oh,
So.
okay. Um, yeah, we can talk about that one, I think in private in private first, but
Oh, I
I'm
mean,
kind of
you could
interested
say
in that.
what it is that you are looking at, unless you don't want to. I mean,
Yeah, we'll keep
it's
that
already
one
on
in
the
private for
stream.
now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just because I want to confirm information before I start theorizing on it.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, we can do that. So, yeah, and that's kind of the things is when it comes down to it is like, will SafeMoon succeed? Can it survive heavy lawsuits? Can it survive John if he did take money from the LP? If he took a lot or if he took a little? Could SafeMoon still survive and start just put out products and still become something? I think that's like the main question as an investor.
Yeah, I think those are solid questions to be asking, right? Like you mentioned.
Can you provide
The
any
end of the
insight to
day.
the lawsuit? If if the
Oh
if
yeah.
if the lawsuits like
So
went through and they happened, would that take down SafeMoon or would it just cost them a ton of money or something?
well, that is a good question. I guess it really depends on how discovery goes. So if they end up going to discovery and they start looking through all the records of things, a lot of things that have been private information will become public. And then, of course, at the lawsuits, you'll have people testifying under oath, which means we'll see probably people like Thomas and John testifying under oath. So I think at the end of the day, if they go through, we're just going to get a lot more information about what actually happened behind the scenes because this is a more serious conversation to be had in court rather than just someone talking to somebody else. It's either a YouTuber or talking on a phone call with a friend.
Yeah.
It's extremely different when you're in a courtroom under oath talking about something that has uh, legal consequences, or at least financial consequences, I should say, because this would be a civil, not a legal lawsuit. Uh, so, uh, yeah, I think that discovery will play a huge role in those lawsuits and what we find out to help people make further decisions. And then, of course, if there is a payout, if they end up merging these four different lawsuits that have been filed, and let's just say, play devil's advocate here, and say
Yeah.
they go through and they have to pay out on them, um, where is SafeMoon going to be able to get the money to pay out all those losses?
And how could they could just keep getting sued for it, couldn't they?
Yes, but the question is how would they, so let's just say they have a settlement and it's they need to pay, I mean, even a small amount. Let's just say it's
Yeah.
$10 million, which would be a relatively
Well,
small amount
somebody in the
considering
chat
the
just said
size.
they could just keep taking from the LP.
That's kind of what I'm getting at is they would have to pay for it, but where is that money going to come from, and how does that affect the project as a whole?
Yeah, unless they
So
have like major investors that are willing to pay that stuff because they think that SafeMoon has like a huge future or something.
that's true. Yeah, you could definitely have someone else crowdfund it or whatever, but the question would be, what information do we learn in that lawsuit? I mean, maybe we learned that everything's clean and there's great explanations to everything that we've seen, and all of a sudden there's a totally different narrative out there. It's always a possibility, but kind of doubt that considering the information that we already know today.
Um, was there something else you were? I feel like I cut you off and you were about to say something.
Oh no, it's just as far as the lawsuit goes, it's just going to be very informative, I think, for investors. If you're looking at SafeMoon from a investor's perspective rather than a believer's perspective, it would be great information for you to learn about in either direction, right? So the more information is better, and the more information you have, the better decision making you will be able to make.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if only people would just approach projects that way, like like we were talking about, like just a much more realistic way of just take all the information in and decide for yourself and let other people take the, but we've created this cult mentalities that have literally provided, as if you're part of a project, you have the perfect investors who defend you when they have no clue what the hell you're doing because you just barely communicate with them, and they defend you to the death and see everybody who opposes you as an enemy. It's probably the most, I mean, it might be beneficial mindset if you're not doing what's right. But if you have honest investors, then you can be transparent and open. And I think that's probably a more better investment, especially when it comes to like people getting turned off about Safemoon and the maxiness of it. So
Yeah, 100%. I think that there's an issue with that amongst certain circles, especially in this community, which is very unfortunate.
yeah,
Um,
like the round table, like you guys experience pretty heavily.
yes, we did. Unfortunately, we did. But yeah, at the end of the day, I think the ultimate question I think people need to start asking themselves is, um, you can only base your decision making off the information that we currently have. And as content creators, the best that we can do is just present that information so more people are aware of it. And then at that point, it's up to the individual persons on what they want to do. And what I would advise people not to do is to judge others because they come up to different conclusions than you. You know, if you decide to continue to be bullish and this is something you still want to hold on to, then great. And if this is something you decide you need to sell and move on from, then great. But don't, you know, get upset with each other and start attacking each other because you came to different conclusions.
Exactly. It's such an honest and logical approach. Like that's just the right way to do it. But instead we have like people who like they were comparing CoffeeZilla to Satan and saying that you don't go to Satan and try to reason with Satan. And it's like, really, it's gotten that crazy. And I like Jeremiah, like we've gotten along, but he just does have that Maxi mindset, which is why I prefaced the entire thing with like, it's okay for us to have different beliefs. And I don't see you guys as my enemies. I see you as a fellow human being who views their investment differently. I really tried to come into it as respectful as I could. At the same time, they're providing such unrealistic perspectives on coffee, on John. And that's what I was saying to them. I was like, if our standard of judgment for John has to be the same for coffee. If you don't want people just assuming the worst about John, then don't assume that CoffeeZilla was doing coke when he has a video that proves that he is not CokeZilla and that those were articles, hit articles put out on him by other scammers that he had targeted. So it's a real problem that's like, and that mindset is being reinforced by the Safemoon team. They are directly responsible for putting a delusional mindset into their investors, in my opinion, in my perspective. Especially with the word FUD, like that is such a dangerous word because it's applied to anything negative, and people aren't able to reasonably understand what actually is FUD. And FUD is just it's a dumb word that, in my opinion, shouldn't be used. So if someone's trying to attack your investment to get you to sell, then they're just an asshole, right? But you know, if there's reasonably negative things coming from the team of what they've done, that's not FUD. That's negative things that they've done that you want to look at as an investor. Um, so yeah,
Yeah, I think there's different interpretations of the word FUD. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So if you want to look at FUD as just, I think, a typical viewpoint of it, of someone maliciously trying to attack a project that they dislike or trying to point things or paint things in a specific lighting to make it look bad, I could say that, you know, that's obviously something that you want to try to avoid, right? You want to try to look at it from a more neutral perspective. But I've also seen people look at FUD in a way of just being just a negative perspective on a project, and that's not necessarily bad. So I think a lot of people lump both of those things in the same category and say that they're both bad when,
yeah,
you know, there can be negatives about anything. I mean, there's negatives about Bitcoin, there's negatives about every cryptocurrency project out there, and it's a matter as an investor to look at both and decide, does the positives outweigh the negatives, and then does the risk outweigh the reward potential that I could receive by putting my money into this. And everyone is going to come to different conclusions on every different token and coin on whether or not it is worth their time and their effort to invest into it. And I think that it's great if people are willing and able to come to different conclusions rather than everyone sitting in an echo chamber and not willing to listen to scrutiny or criticism of the decisions that they're making. I personally have been wrong on many things, in crypto related things and investments in the past, and I'm always willing to accept when I'm wrong, on a specific perspective or on a project as a whole. And I think that I've learned, as I've done all my investigations for my channel and just in life, the more I learn, the more I realize the less I know. And it sounds kind of silly, but it's true. When you learn more about something, you recognize how little you actually know. And there's a great saying I like by Neil, who the I can't remember his last name at the moment, but famous physicist, and he says, um, "People know enough to think that they are right, but not enough to know that they are wrong."
Yeah.
And I think that perspective is transparent for a lot of people, where they learn enough about something that they just are diehard in their beliefs, but they're not willing and open to listen to maybe the potential idea that they could be wrong about something. And I think that everyone should keep an open mind regardless of what they're looking into. And if you're an investor, at the end of the day, you're there to make money. And that means that if you are going to adhere to emotion rather than logical decision making, that emotion is going to drive you to make illogical decisions, which is going to affect the investments, which was your end goal at the end of the day. So I think if you're a
Yeah.
believer in something, and you came in not as an investor but as a believer in something, then I guess logic doesn't really matter, because you believe in something. But if you came in initially as an investor, then you need to be making decisions as an investor. And I think that a lot of people have started to cross those lines.
Yeah, I mean, people believe in it based on the information they have and based on what information they've chose to be their foundation of their belief. And many people don't have a very solid foundation for their belief. They just want to believe that they're going to be, their dreams are going to come true. Um, but yeah, I think you made some great points. To me, like the worst part about that is like it's so if you want to be delusional in your investment, like that's fine. But the problem is that when you perceive everybody else from your delusion, and like you said earlier, you start attacking everybody else. That's where we have a serious problem, because then it becomes something else. Because now not only can you not see right, but you attack people who can see right. At least if you would let people have their opinions, you would be delusional and not be attacking people for having the right perspective, which puts you on this extra level of delusion.
100%, yeah, and it's sad to see people do that. That's why I try to give my opinion as little as I can on my own content. Obviously, if I'm talking to someone they ask, I'll be honest with how I feel. But like, my content tries to stick to just the information, right? So if I talk about a project, I'm just talking about the numbers and the factual things that are happening. If I'm going to report on Safemoon, it's on what we know and what's been reported, and then I leave the decision making or the opinions to the people watching, and I let them come to their own conclusions, because I've learned if I start giving mine, people will rely on my opinions, and that's not what I want. I want people to be free thinkers and to come to their own conclusions, and those conclusions may be different than mine, and that's great.
Yeah, that's the thing is like all we're talking about is prioritizing truth over what you want. Especially that if you prioritize truth over your desires, then you're willing to be wrong. Because you would rather have the truth and find out you were wrong than not have it and just deny the truth. And that's what we have, is people unwilling to look at the truth that's right in front of their faces and attacking people. And I think there's a large group of people who just are realistic. Not everybody's delusional. There's a large group of people that I've found that are just like, thank you for talking about these things, and thank you for providing us all the information, because they want to know. Ultimately, it is up to everybody. Like, it's your investment. It's not my job to make sure that you guys know everything. It's your investment. You're basing the amount of time that you're investing in researching this to make your own decision. It's not like, well, Crypto Control didn't tell us that John and the Gabe wallet. It's not. I don't have a. It's not my job to do that, but at the same time, I feel like in a different way, it is my job, because I'm a YouTuber who does talk about things. I feel like the best thing I can do for the viewers is to provide a realistic perspective, which involves all the information.
Yeah, I think that's a very good position to hold, and kind of what you were saying earlier. Um, One of the issues a lot of people have is they would rather live with a comfortable lie than an uncomfortable truth, um, on the matter. And like you said, like, your belief in something, and I've said this before on my Twitter account, your belief in something doesn't change reality. Whether you believe in something 100% or 2%, it's not going to factor into what actually happens in reality. And so that's why investing emotionally is usually a dangerous road for many people, because they believe if they just believe in something enough, it's going to make a difference.
Yeah, your beliefs don't change reality. Like that, you just adjust what you believe. It's either close to the truth or not. Like we don't get to determine it. We just have to submit to it really and find it. Um, yeah, and this could go. You could take that into like life and morality and existence and God and all those things. A lot of people don't like when I do that. Are you at work right
Understandable.
now?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, I wish you the best, and I wish everyone the best in the decision they make. I know a lot of people are probably facing some pretty difficult decisions right now on what they want to do, what they should believe. Um, and I know it's a very emotional moment for a lot of people. And so, obviously, I don't give financial advice, but I just hope that whoever you are out there, that you can know that there are people you can speak with about this stuff. I don't mean to shield, but we do have a Discord um, that we are a part of that allows everyone to speak freely, and you're not going to get just destroyed by talking about how you feel. So if you need people to talk to you about this, you're welcome to come talk to us and talk to others that are kind of in a similar boat.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. I'm gonna drop a link to your channel. You might not even care about this, but if anybody wants to go subscribe to Generation Crypto, you appreciate his honesty and honest approach to crypto. I'm gonna go ahead and post it in the chat.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, man. Well, have a good day. Feel free to hit me up if you want to talk more about it or something.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. Of
All right, later, man.
course. See ya.
All right, guys, I pinned Generation Crypto's link. If you guys want to drop him a sub, I'd appreciate that. He's a good guy. He's been painted in a bad light by the Safemoon Maxis. All right, let me check. Can you bring guests on? I was thinking about doing that with a Twitter space. I could do that with Discord. If you have my Discord, I can join a call with you. Want to make money? Don't use emotions. Use your damn brain, logic, and news. Yeah, and even when you do that, sometimes people just get lucky. Sometimes you just make a dumb decision and you got lucky, right? So when it comes to gambling, because we don't know, there is a good way to approach it, but it's not a guaranteed way. And sometimes even bad decisions end up making people money. That's why even still, I just like, hey, if you still believe in SafeMoon or you still believe in really any project, I don't want to say it's going to fail, because it could take off and I could have been wrong and I might have talked you out of a lot of money. That's why I think it's bad to tell people to buy or sell. Don't say buy the dip. If y'all think it's a scam, then sell. LOL. Sugaslate. It's kind of like their fraud has gone on with the team on SafeMoon. That's verified. How much fraud has John done? I don't know. Does that mean that people have to sell because they're looking at negative information? No. What's the Discord? Crypto Control John said back in April of last year that 5% of LP is split and money can be used for dev costs. Does that change anything? Yeah, so James Pooley, we've talked about this. What would be dev costs? Would it be millions of dollars for yourself? Would it be $150,000 investment into other new projects because you're trying to make money on it? That would start to appear to be a personal wallet. And I believe at the end of that video, of CoffeeZilla's video, we could look at it. He was off-ramping money into bank accounts, into centralized exchanges, and then obviously from the centralized exchanges how you get it into your bank account. I gotta respond to Addict real fast because this guy is quite the guy. It's quite the guy. I don't even need to respond. Just hiding from people is just insane to me. It's insane to like talk trash to people and then hide from a debate, discussion. That's insane to me. The price seems to be recovering. It's a pretty heavy dip. It's still cheaper than it was on the last dip. So if you're a believer in SafeMoon, it's your decision. You want to buy more. It's cheap. There might be a bigger dip than this, guys. I mean, how many times have we seen that reoccurring pattern of, oh, buy the dip. Oh, guys, we're doing well. It's going down a little bit. Oh, guys, buy the dip. It's so cheap. Oh, my God. Oh, we're going up, guys. This is crazy. Oh, it's going down. It's going down. Buy the dip, guys. Buy the dip. Oh, we're up 10% today. This is insane. Oh, God. I mean, over and over and over and over again. It's like, I'm not saying that it might not skyrocket one day. I don't know. I'm just saying it's a pretty consistent repeating pattern of going down. If you're somebody who's buying the dip, you're just feeding whales on the way down, and people who have waited could have got a much better deal and got a lot more Safemoon if you believed in it. Funny how John resurrected when the LP is unlocked in V2. Has CoffeeZilla looked into how the Bitmore hack implemented these issues anyway? Generation Crypto, thanks for having me on. Thanks for coming on, man. I respect you. I respect your opinion, and I like your content. Going down with the ship, but I don't think it will go down long term. It's just going to be ugly short term, in my opinion. Yeah, Matt, a lot of people have that perspective as well. What's about the third party securing the LP? I'm not sure, but question for you, CC. Even if the allegations are false, do you believe Safemoon's reputation can recover? Yeah, Crypto, Moonboy, did you want to have a conversation? I don't think I have you added on Discord, but if we can find each other, you could come on and have a conversation as well and kind of give your perspective. He said he'd call the SEC about drip. Still waiting. I am still holding. I only have like 1 million tokens, guys, or around 1 million tokens. So it's not like life or death decision for me to not sell. I'm not. If I ever became fully convinced that it was probably like 99% chance going downhill, then I probably would sell. But I'm not there yet. I don't want to be there. Trash coin and trash community. Thank you, Mubu. I really appreciate that positivity you spread using this day of your life. Andrew Suler, you still holding? Yeah, I'm still holding. You be careful. XRP lawsuits are ongoing still. Yeah. The Safemoon team were a bunch of clowns. Worst case scenario, John dipped his toes in the LP. Does that mean Safemoon is doomed? That's the question, Golden State. Yeah. Innovation of dip. CC, you are focused on the overall price movement. You are focused too much on the overall price movement. If you look at the general market, then the line follows it. Look at the crypto heat map. No, I mean, I've looked at that, and the information doesn't change. The chart's still going down, and you could have saved a ton of money by waiting. You could have been trading this chart by buying, waiting, selling, buying, wait. Like, you could have been trading the chart. Hey, what's up, Craig Johnson? How's it going, man? Okay. All right, let's go over to some more information that we can look at. I probably won't do this too long. I'm gonna go get some Cracker Barrel. What are you guys having for dinner or lunch? Do you guys like Cracker Barrel? I like getting some coffee and some eggs. Whoops. Not coffee shop music. I mean, that does sound nice. That does sound very pleasant, but any news on the Mandala Exchange? Yeah, the Mandala Exchange said officially they're going to be listed. Safemoon will be listed May 10th on the Mandala Exchange. I can show you that real quick if you want to see that. So here it is right here. Phase 1 will utilize local tokenomics. However, we're still working diligently to provide glow talks. So yeah, so basically the tokenomics are not going to be preserved until they implement global tokenomics, and then it'll be preserved with our ecosystem, which is nice, but it's not huge. It's not like massive. I mean, unless a lot of exchanges start doing it, then it could be cool. But guys, there is positives to having exchanges not be on our not have global tokenomics. When we get listed on an exchange, it takes away from the supply of our supply that increases our rewards for our own, for PancakeSwap. A lot of times exchanges have high volume, so we don't get to see that volume, so that part does suck. But as we've seen, you can change the fee on an exchange and do something different with it. You could do 5% and then put it into a wallet and spend it on things you want to spend. Or you could do, like 5%. They could be doing listing on exchange, and instead of doing 5% to liquidity pool, they could do 5% buyback and burn, and millions of dollars pouring right back into are pockets. I don't want to say what project, but another project has done that with a DigiFinex listing. They're taking all their profit of a tax out of it, and they're using it all for buyback and burn. And I believe we're almost over $1 million for that. So Safemoon could do some serious stuff if they would take their exchange listings, take a percentage of the tokenomics, and use it for buyback and burn. What's the word on your project, CC? It's coming along. It's in the development phase. There's big changes being made to it. Just trying to do what's best for the investors. Trying to make sure I'm not wasting my time and that I'm doing something that's actually going to help people. Generation Crypto said, I did reach out to the SEC about DRIP, watched my recorded Twitter space about it where we addressed all that FUD. Yeah, if you guys want to learn about DRIP, you can go watch that. You know, I don't want to say I believe in DRIP or not. I kind of am convinced that those tokens, once the volume stops, if they have to keep giving that APY to investors, that the price will crash real fast. But Generation is a very smart guy and might have a counter to what I just said. If he does, I'll read it. Or I could just be like Safemoon Addict and kick you and pretend like I'm right. Can you have Safemoon Batman on? Yeah, I would have him on. You know, I don't know if he would want to talk to me or not, but I would have him on if he showed up. I was going to do a video with him, but then I just got so busy that we didn't do it. Yeah, I didn't want the sound. If we listen to the sound, we get a copyright. So here's the thing. We'll go through to the very end. Wallet, all values such as change, crypto markets price calculated. I think one of these shows that, yeah, millions of dollars was being off-ramped into, why is it not going there? Into centralized exchanges. Buy more Safemoon as we speak. Yeah, that's your choice, Twister. You do what you will, man. I'm not trying to convince you otherwise. CC, please get some hash brown casserole. Oh, dude, I love the hash brown casserole. I'm glad you brought that back up. Yeah, that's one of I love their hash brown casserole. I love their biscuits and gravy. You got to make sure you get cheese in your eggs, guys. I'm sure everybody's here to listen about putting cheese in your eggs right now. Thank you for the $5, Mad Scientist. First donation to the stream. I really appreciate that, bro. It doesn't matter how high the price goes up. If they keep using the LP for whatever they want, price will keep going down. Stay safe. Buy Bitcoin. I don't like telling people what to do with their money, but I really do appreciate that $5, man. YouTube gets 30% of that, and I get the other 70. So thank you so much, man. Yeah, guys. So here, let's just right here. I'll do this equation with you guys. $9,377,082. We're going to do this equation right now, and we'll figure out what would the price be if that $9 million went right into the into Safemoon right now. What's the name of your project? I'm not going to say it because then people will try to take the domain if I start saying the name. Safemoon Joe said Safemoon will reach $10 minimum. Okay. He had a video yesterday. It was Safemoon to like a penny or something. I forget what it was. I'm cool with Joe, but yeah, obviously you're not going to agree with everybody on everything. I don't know if you'll agree with anybody on everything. Yeah, the 99% unlocked LP message on PooCoin makes me a bit nervous. Yeah, I did see that. I was wondering about that. I'm sure it's nothing though. So how much would $9 million change the price of Safemoon? Let's check that out real fast. It'd basically be like a $9 million buy. What would that do to the price of Safemoon? It's this crazy equation you have to do. I guess it's not that bad. Another thing that DeFi Mark came up with is an equation that you could figure out if you wanted to see. I was about to make a video on this before all this crazy extra FUD came out. Is how much money would it take to get to $1 or I'm sorry, 0.01, 1 cent or 0.001? How much buys would it take to get there? There's an equation for that. I was going to make a video on that. People would have loved it, but so much bad stuff has come out that I don't feel confident making videos like that for the time being until that stuff gets addressed. So let's do this equation real fast and find out. So I'm just going to do a rough estimate. Our liquidity pool is like 8 million, right? Actually, I don't know if you guys want me to do that live on stream. It might take me a minute to do that. It's funny that people show up on his thing defending me. $20, Mad Scientist. Thank you so much, man. You're awesome. The donations, I know inflation's bad, gas prices are up, everything sucks, crypto's down. So thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate that. I have not been making money lately, but that's okay. I make money when Safemoon goes up. I have no part of me that wants Safemoon to go down. I'm just not going to be dishonest to try to make money off of investors by lying to them about, their dreams. What was I doing? Do you take advantage of the rocking chairs at Cracker Barrel after the meal settles? Host those biscuits and gravy perfectly. I usually leave pretty fast. I do sit in those sometimes and play the checkers with like my girlfriend or something. Crypto Control, in your last live segment that I see here in the UK, can I ask, do you still believe in the Project Safemoon, your heartfelt opinion? Yeah, my heartfelt opinion is I'm pretty worried about Safemoon, but a part of me thinks if they can survive lawsuits and if they can survive John and his wallets, then there might still be potential if what they're making is actually revolutionary, if the exchange is actually something that draws large amounts of people into it, then yeah, like it's still there in my opinion, but that's just my opinion, Mitch Bromwell, the $2 donation. You guys are way too nice. Thank you so much, guys. Mitch Bromwell, longtime OG subscriber, always been super faithful and super loyal. The guy I give you now $20, I think he is in love with you. Now he's just supporting me, and I appreciate it. You don't have to do that. This is what I do for a living, and Safemoon's views have been down so hard that you're not making money. If views are down, I can't make money when views are down. I've worked my ass off on a video, and it gets 2,000 views. That's like $10, yeah. Anyways. What if he is off-ramping money to pay rent or pay employees? Exactly. Without clarification, it's hard to know what he's actually doing with the money, unfortunately. James, that's the kind of logic we need, right? The logic that's open to both positive and negative. All possibilities. What if John, all that money's accounted for? Well, John should easily be able to show that with receipts, right? He'd be able to just show it all with receipts and say, here it is, guys. I didn't take from you guys. We're all good. And I would be right there with everybody. I'd make a video on it. I'd cover it. I'd live stream it. I'd say, guys, John is innocent and we're good and we're moving forward. And now I can get back to making positive Safemoon videos. Join Ripple Army? No, I'm not going to do that. If they lock the LP and there is no way for them to take LP out, I will buy in big Ls. CC, how do I get involved in your project? It'll be announcements on Twitter and YouTube and a website. What are you planning to do? I don't want to say, but I really like my ideas. It's designed for you. It's designed for the community. Oh my gosh. Wesley with $50 donation. I don't know why people are donating to me right now. Thank you so much, Wesley. From the Den, we still love you. Have some biscuits and gravy from us. The Den. Wait a second. Is that the Degen Den? Are you from Degens? Is that what I'm thinking of? Wesley, thank you so much. I will eat some biscuits and gravy in honor of you. Thank you so much, man. That's a huge donation. Oh, man. At least Safemoon isn't in your channel name. You can diversify. A lot of people don't know this, but my initial name for my channel was going to be Safemoon Family. Like, that was going to be the name, Safemoon Family. And that's what I would have been known of. You guys would be calling me Safemoon Family. Not the greatest name, right? And then I was like, no, I think I'll change it to Crypto Control. And then it became Crypto Control. My problem is, why is it taking John so long to come out with a statement and tell us exactly what he's doing with the money? I mean, it's a good question. I will say that Bootsy, I think somebody made a claim that Bootsy, the guy that's working with CoffeeZilla to dig into these wallets and get this information, someone made the claim, so I don't know how how much you can lean on this information, that he knows the people that the lawsuit's happening with, and that he was advised not to say anything. Somebody's claimed that. I don't know if that's true or not, but I heard that in Jeremiah's space, and there's a lot of hopium in there. I love Jeremiah. I don't hate Addict. Me and him just don't get along. Our reasonings just clash with each other. Dodge that bullet, CC. Thank you so much for the $50 again. That's a huge donation. I feel like I owe you something. Thank you so much. I feel like I just need to sit here and just thank you for like 20 minutes. Where is the PR team Safemoon hired? That's a good question. Need Crater to save your 30%. Yeah, I know, right? The DGen Den. Thank you. That's awesome to see support from you guys still. That is so awesome. John's in Vegas right now. He's gambling the liquidity pool money. I'm just playing, guys. I'm just playing. You gotta take a joke. He's on the craps table, pulling money out of the LP. It's just a joke, guys. Don't get mad. John needs to keep quiet. He doesn't have to prove anything to anyone. That's what a lot of people say. And here's my big thing with the space. Mitch Brahma with another $2. Crypto Control waiting for your new token coin. Yeah. The entire idea is to make it sustainable, to make it about the community, and to make it help the community. To not just help a few people, but to help a lot of people. I'll do my best, and you guys can hear me out. I'll put out a whole video explaining it very clearly, and you just decide, hey, I think that's a crappy idea, or hey, I think that's a good idea, and you can choose for yourselves. I don't want anybody to look at my project and feel like I want you to buy. I just want you to do what you want to do. Coffee is going to edit the gambling thing into one of his vids. CZ, do you think John isn't addressing this because he's been advised by lawyers? Yeah, that's possible. I still don't see like why you couldn't say, no, I didn't steal from you guys. Like, really, your lawyers won't let you say that? You owe him a blowjob. What the hell? Oh, for the $50. Yeah, I don't know if I'd go that far, man. But maybe just a big thank you. Crypto Rob with $10 donation. Thank you so much, man. Huge shout out to Crypto Rob. Says, thanks for the last 30 minutes of entertainment. My one word of crypto advice, diversification. That's my approach. I'm sure a lot of you guys have the same approach. I'd like to leave my investments in. I like to buy a ton of different things and just hope that one of them does. Hope that I buy in on that one that takes off. But I'm running out of money. I made a lot more from EGC, so I owe you. I made 6 figures on that deal. Congratulations, Wesley. I'm so happy for you. I always say that I'm so happy to have played a minor role. Like, you still chose to invest and to risk money, but I played a minor role in helping get eyes on Evergrow, and a lot of people that listen to me made a lot of money. So I made a little bit of money off that as well. So what if John was using the money to build up a treasury for further cost to the company to take profits and pay? Yeah, definitely. I'm open to any counter information that Safemoon and John and the team have. I'm not like the Maxis, or a lot of us are not like the Maxis. We're willing to listen to the opposing side. They're not willing to listen to us. They're not willing to listen to us talk about Safemoon Dev and Thomas being paid from money that came from the liquidity pool, and Ben Phillips dumping $12 million on it while pumping the project, and John listening to Ben Phillips to buy into a $150,000 project from funding from the Bitmart wallet that was supposed to be going into the LP. And I might just do a video on that. How much would $9 million affected the price of Safemoon? Anybody knows any FUD dirt on CoffeeZilla? Because obviously he's trying his hardest to exploit Safemoon. There's really not, Lego. There's some fake stuff out there, but CoffeeZilla is a pretty solid dude. People just hate him because he's crapping on their investments. Let me pull up the charts again for a second. So we're recovering pretty well. They just did that. I wonder if they panicked and did that announcement because of that huge dip, because that huge whale sold. It was like, somebody said it was like one of our #1 whales that sold. Yeah, we had a huge dip this morning, and we're still sitting pretty low right now. If you're a believer in Safemoon and trying to stock up more, NF with a $10 donation. You guys are insane. You guys don't have to donate to me. I appreciate it. You guys don't have to donate to me. Oh my gosh, it just keeps coming in. Cheesy Potatoes on me. Found you through conversation with Zilla and can say you speak logically. Appreciate the content. Thank you so much for being here, man. That's crazy that you found me through the conversation with Zilla. And thank you so much for the $10. Cheesy potatoes. I'm not big on cheesy potatoes, but I will get something from there. I'm still waiting for my Safemoon card. John has until midnight tomorrow. Yeah, that's a funny reference. Please let me know about your token I will buy. I'll let everybody know with the video. It'll explain everything in full detail. You'll know exactly what the token's all about, and you'll be able to decide for yourself. But that's still in the works right now. As long as the exchange and blockchain is released and price goes up, will anyone care about the FUD? I'm okay. I don't care. I just want the price to go up. The price goes up. I make money. You guys make money. I get more views on my YouTube. I make ad revenue. That's all I want is the price to go up. That's all anybody wanted. And all they had to do was to take that 5% from the Bitmart and use it for buyback and burn. I mean, imagine buyback and burn. Our price could be sitting way higher than what it is. If you guys don't know what buyback and burn is, I'm sure most of you guys do, but it's literally like if you spent $1 million to buy Safemoon, and then you sent all your tokens to the burn wallet. So you raise the price, you remove your ability to decrease the price, and you decrease supply. And by decreasing supply, you increase everybody's rewards. If we were doing that with our exchange listings by taking a percentage of the volume, that would have had a huge impact on the price, especially going up, especially if people know that buyback and burn is going to continue to happen. If people think the price is going to keep going down, they might just be trying to look for, ways to get out. Mitch Bromo, another 99 cents. Rick Sanchez with the $5. Thank you so much, guys. I wasn't trying to turn this into a donation stream, but I really do appreciate you guys. You guys know that if crazy stuff goes down, I will definitely be there to cover it because I just feel like it's the honest thing to do. Another interesting thing, if you guys follow Twitter at all, Chris Harris last night posted that he's like, it's enough. We need answers, is basically what he was saying. It's like, enough is enough. We need answers from John. And that's pretty crazy to see from Chris Harris. These reflections are going to be nice. He makes me nervous. Coffee is never right. That clown is an attention seeker. What's up, Leo? Leo, do you want to have a discussion with me? Do you want to message me in Discord? I'll have a discussion with you. And you can share your opinion if you want to, Leo. Message me in Discord, and we can have a call if you want to express how you feel. The Golden Eagle with $20. Why is my stream turned into this? I'm more confident in my Evergrow holdings now, but I'm not selling Safemoon. Is a live AMA coming this week with Evergrow? That's a great question, Gold Eagle. I can message Paul and see if they have anything lined up. I'll message him. I'll shoot him a message right now since you donated $20. Thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate that. That's your own money, and you decided to give it to me. I'll message Paul right now and ask him if there's an AMA anytime soon, and we'll see if he responds. John just caused the dip. He's at a strip club in Vegas in the Golden Shower Room. Is John the CEO gone again? So right now, CoffeeZilla did not say he's working on a video, but I'm pretty sure he's working on a video to show how much, look at how much was taken and how much went into exchanges and whatnot. But even then, unless there's a way to like track somebody's bank account and see what they did, you're going to be stuck on not knowing exactly what it was spent on. Thank you so much, guys, for all the donations, for all the support. You guys are really awesome. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me that there is people who are reasonable, who will support logic and reasoning. You guys are awesome. I got trillions of a rug pull token and doubt if I can get $5. There'll probably nothing in liquidity pool. So Leo, if you want, that's the thing is all these people that want to throw out accusations and trash talking Coffee and me and other people, they're almost never willing to sit down and have a discussion. And why is that? I mean, I think we all know why that is. It's because they can't back it up. I mean, you're either cowardly or you can't back it up. The reason I say you're cowardly, I don't like to throw that word around, but if you're willing to talk trash to somebody but not have a discussion with them, then yeah, that's cowardly. Mitch Bromwell with another $2. Safemoon and Evergrow, 2 bags, 1 family to the moon. Mitch Bromwell, still a believer in Safemoon, and I still cover all the negative stuff about Safemoon, and you still appreciate me, and you allow me to do that. So thank you so much, man. Cece, what are you planning to do with your Safemoon? Do you still believe in the project? Yeah, Mesco, I'm holding it right now. I'm not going to sell. I'll let you guys know if I sell, even though people get really upset. If I was going to sell, I would make a video on why I got to that point. I'm not there yet, though. I'm not selling. There's it has to be even further proven that lawsuits were going to be really bad or something really bad about John for me to consider selling. I don't have a lot, so it's easy to not make that decision. I only have about a million Safemoon. So Paul did message me back. He said probably after some kind of release, don't know when, and said check Sam's latest tweet. Okay, we'll check that real fast. I know this isn't about Evergrow, but somebody donated $20, so I can take a second to answer their question. Okay, so I think Sam's actually posting regarding to what's going on with Safemoon. He said, crypto is unregulated, which makes transparency even more essential. Here are some important factors about Evergrow. Our liquidity pool is locked. Discuss options community. I don't want to go over this because it feels like I love Evergrow, but I don't want to shill it in a stream that's looking at negative things of Safemoon. I just was trying to figure out where is... Okay, I don't see anything about him saying something about AMA. Anyways, I don't know why Coffee keeps going after regular YouTubers. I'm not feeling him for that reason alone. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Duddy Gal. Generation Crypto said another Safemoon tweet about Mooncraft. Thank you, Generation. I appreciate that, man. We are excited to share that we are gifting the entirety of Mooncraft to the Safemoon community. What? We're taking the R&D from this Phase 1 gaming metaverse project and moving it all into an ambitious Phase 2. Oh man, I don't see this being received well. But let's see. Looking forward to see Mooncraft develop with crypto integration. Okay, that's good. Thanks, Mooncraft. Awesome. Let's freaking go. Self-promotion. What does that even mean? They're gifting us Mooncraft. All code, files, worlds, settings, and more. Like, what does that do for us? Can somebody tell me that? Get access to the info and resources at GitHub. Safe Mooncraft. I think this just explains what it is. What do you get? How do you guys feel about that? Addix is actually a really bad actor. He has a big following and is prideful. He thinks he is better than others because of his follower count. Be very, very Safemoon addict. Very wary, I think is what you're about to say. Yeah, he's just not, he's not honest, unfortunately. Evergrow will soon have their blockchain. They're not making a blockchain, they're making an exchange. 1 million Safemoon, if the project survives, will be a lot. How much would the price be with 9 million back in Safemoon? Oh, you want to know that? Okay. Let me do the math real quick, and then I'll tell you guys what $9 million buy would do to the price right now. I'll do that real quick, and then I'll tell you guys what it is. I just have to use this equation that I'm not 100% used to yet. So we need a couple things to figure that out. We need the price of Safemoon. We need the price of the liquidity pool. Which I believe... Oh, did it just go down? It just dropped below 7 million? Okay. So yeah, we need that. We'll figure out what a $9 million would do to the price today. What price would it put us at? So we've got that in our LP. We've got the price is at, just say 305152. Current price is 305152, and then we need, we're having a, we'll just say a flat $9 million buy. So you do, so we're going to do the liquidity pool divided by the purchase plus 1 squared should be our number. and it'll tell you what it would do to the price. So 1 second, guys. I'm not quite used to this equation. I'm not great at math. I just use calculator and stuff. Liquidity pool divided by the buy. So 7441367 divided by 9 million plus 1 and then squared. So, and then I think you multiply that times. So if I did this right, it would be, that can't be right. Okay, I'm not quite used to that equation. I'm sorry, guys. I'll have to look at that more. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I always feel like I just don't know how to feel when this kind of stuff happens. All right, here we go. $100 from Mad Scientist. Huge donation. Thank you so much, man. We donate because you look like host person. I think that means honest person, and we appreciate that. Also, did I hear that you are launching a token? Hit me up. I want to be on the whitelist or whatever it is. I will invest on it. Hopefully our donations will follow bigger donation for you. Mad Scientist, thank you so much, man. Just insane support. I really do appreciate that. I don't even know what to say. I'm trying to be as fair as possible with whitelist and everything, but I'll definitely keep you in mind because you've shown that kind of support. I just want it to be as fair as possible for everybody. I don't want people getting a ton of tokens and then dumping on everybody. Like, that's exactly why I want to do this, is to counter the toxicity, the pump and dump, the Ponzi scheme-ness of projects, but still allow for people to make a decent amount of money, but just make it more balanced is the goal of this project. $100 donation. You're awesome, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, honest. I'm sorry. I read host, but I figured you meant honest. Look at this donation, dude. I know, it's a huge donation. Gandalf talking about the Mooncraft. Is Gandalf in a space right now? I mean, do you guys want to listen to that? You guys want to see me get kicked out of another space? Like, come in here and raise my hand?
That I would enjoy playing some more and really developing some more, seeing more of it, you know? Man. Cool. It's mostly probably cool for gamers and those who love this kind of thing. I would love to see, and here's something, Gandalf. I don't know.
He's coming out with another video.
Utility comes later on, and that's going to excite more people, right? But I would be interested to see, is there...
Mitch Brahma with another $. Thank you so much. He said 100. Mitch, you're awesome, man. Are you an astronaut? You look like an astronaut. We need to stop coping, guys. It's over. Space, we don't know 100% what's going to happen. The thing is, there are a lot of eyes on Safemoon right now. If products rollout allegations are false, Ripple wins their lawsuit, and Safemoon price starts to rise. Yeah, that's possible for sure. D-Libby says Coffee's coming out with another video. It's about to get deeper. I'm sure he is, and it gets worse every time he makes a video, so we'll see how the next video goes. Genuine question here. If Safemoon dies, does that mean I'll lose all the other crypto I've bought on the Safemoon wallet? No. I don't. Because your wallet, everybody always says this, right? Everybody knows the right words to say. You can import any wallet into your seed phrase into any wallet. So you'll have access to that with any wallet. You just need your seed phrase. You could go use Trust Wallet or MetaMask or Safemoon Wallet. It doesn't matter. All right, let's see what they're saying about the Mooncraft. You guys let me know if you get bored of this, okay?
In Minecraft, and probably Mooncraft soon to be, will be creating worlds, right? Taking an idea, taking imagination in a concept, and making it a reality. And that's going to be something I'm going to be interested to see all the creations, because if you really scan the YouTubes, that's the word I'm looking for. You scan the YouTubes for different videos of Minecraft, people can create some amazing things, some absolutely amazing things in those worlds. Now you apply that to Mooncraft, and then you apply that to possible metaverse. I mean, that's going to be really cool to see what can be done and how integration into the ecosystem can occur with it. Thank you for sharing that, Gandalf. That is now the third time you have shared some fun little tidbits here on the Safemoon Zone. So thank
Of
you very much.
course. Oh, you're welcome. If there's something, I'll just do that. So now you know why I was there for like 50 more minutes. So I'm now heading off. Talk to you later, buddy.
All
See you
right,
guys.
you as well. Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Folks, if you don't know who Gandalf is, you should by now. Give him a follow. He does some amazing Monday spaces called Safemoon Labs, which those are then uploaded to YouTube in the future for the education. Okay, a fantastic space where he talks about a variety of different topics. They last anywhere from 10 minutes to an hour, hour and a half. It all depends on the topic he's talking about and how in depth he has to go, because some topics are more complex than others, right? And so give him a listen, give him a follow. He actually works for Safemoon, official educator there, and works with Cats or Us, Momo, and Pulse, who Safemoon Pulse and Momo Combat do fantastic on the lowdown. They do a fantastic job with it. They really do. Give them a follow, give them their props. And then Cats Are Us, the Safemoon education site, started as a personal project and has grown into an official education website for Safemoon, and they're doing phenomenal things there. So thank you to the education team. Hello, HUD. Hello, Mandoge. Hello, Osric, Wuddles, Jack, Pop Farm, Dirty Medic. Great to see you down there, buddy. Duke, haven't seen you a bit. I know I've been gone and I've been doing life and you've had life, but great to see you there. Hello, hello. Get you some. How you doing? Just doing a little bit of howdy do's, folks. I'm not able to see everyone that's in here because of the way that Twitter lays it out now, but I wanted to say hello and thank you all for being here. G-Rod, Morgan, Matt, Make, or Mike. I know I'm saying that wrong. I do apologize. Mike, maybe. But I want to say thank you all for being here. Time is our most valuable asset. You're spending it here with us, and we do appreciate that. We've got a few more news articles to go before we close out the day, and then there's some fantastic spaces throughout the afternoon and evening, so make sure you check them out. Wonderful times to be had, folks. Wonderful times to be had. This is a little bit older news. This populated on April 25th, but we just haven't gotten a chance to get to it, and so we're going to get to it today. Bored Ape Yacht Club. NFTs stolen in Instagram phishing attack. Okay. As told by the Bored Ape Yacht Club developers on Monday, hackers breached the popular NFT collection's official Instagram page. The malicious actors then shared links to a fake airdrop with the project's followers. Crypto enthusiasts who connected their MetaMask wallets to the scam website were subsequently drained of their ape NFTs. It appears that the attack was planned to coincide with the one-year anniversary of the launch of the Bored Ape Yacht Club collection, thus increasing the perceived credibility of the phishing link. Okay. Even those websites, like we talked about in other spaces, folks, criminals are getting smarter, right? As technology increases, as security increases, so does the technology and capabilities of malicious players. It's just a fact. And they can create some very meticulous, very accurate, very detailed scamming websites where one little letter is different, one little special character is different, and it affects everyone who goes there. Okay. Unconfirmed reports on social media indicate the approximately 100 NFTs were stolen during the phishing attack. Okay. The floor price of each Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT was around 139 Ether, or equivalent to $400,000 a piece. Thus, if the reports are authentic, more than $40 million worth of assets, folks. $40 million worth.
Okay, guys, I figured out the math. So if we had $9 million buy today, it would put the price at 0.002515. With a $9 million buy, 0.002515. And if you had $1 million bag, that puts you at $2,515. That's a huge difference, right? That's insane. a lot of you guys probably have more than a million, unless you've sold already. Safemoon is dead. Get out if you have money left. What's going down? Jared, we don't really tell people what to do with their money, man. So if you keep going like that, I'm gonna ban you. It's okay to express how you feel about that, but don't tell other people what to do with their money. Yes, a DeFi wallet is simply your personal window to blockchain, showing you what you own on them. Exactly. It's gonna be a hella documentary one day. I know, right? Maybe many of us will be in the documentary. That's only with 9 million. If it's more than 9 million, then our price would be even higher. I could try another equation. Like I could see, that's what my video was going to be, was how much volume and buys would it take to get to your desired price. Everybody would love that video, right? And thanks to Mark, because DeFi Mark, like I keep saying, is a genius, didn't rug pull, is paying people back. He separates himself from a lot of people. I keep an eye on that guy, guys. They're giving us Mooncraft. I don't really know what that means. Like, what do we do with it? I played Minecraft. It's kind of fun, but I don't know what to do with Mooncraft. What are we supposed to do with it? I'm not trying to be negative. I really don't know what the implications of that are. No, I don't have ADA on my wallet, but it should be in the same process. What do you feel about Safemoon? Hey, Acro. Yeah, I've been explaining it the entire way. The entire time. I just want to see I want to make sure they're good with lawsuits and that John Crony can clear his wallet before I'll become bullish on Safemoon again. And if they can't do that, then I'll be putting out a video trying to provide a very realistic perspective of Safemoon for investors that follow me to make a decision for themselves. Because ultimately, no matter what you do, you gamble, right? Even if things look really bad and then you sell, something else happens, it goes up. All the right indicators were there for you to sell and get out, but there's just no way to know the future. So no matter what, it's a gamble, and we all have to own our own decision to buy, sell, to do whatever. He still owes me. DeFi wallet is just a window to the blockchain. Okay, cool. So I think we're pretty caught up on that. The price seems to be recovering. There's not insane things happening. I got kicked out of the Safemoon water cooler today, which led me to want to start a space to talk about their mindsets, that they're lost because they value their dreams more than they do the truth. Then it creates this dishonest approach to certain types of information that contradict their dreams, I guess. And because of that, they have a delusion. And because of that delusion, they attack people. And these are people within the spaces who are pumping each other's dreams of Safemoon. And my entire point is like, hey, if that's how you want to be, that's fine. But, don't attack people who are looking at the negatives. And also trying to attack people's character to discredit the information they're saying is just so dishonest. But I think we've been over most of all that. So yeah, I guess this is right, guys. I think this is our LP. We have 7 million in our LP, which is actually really low. I didn't realize it was that low. And apparently one of our top whales just sold. I appreciate CoffeeZilla because he does the research. I don't have the time or knowledge to do myself. Then I can make an informed decision on what to do with my holdings. I really like CoffeeZilla. I really respect him. I made some points to him that like, hey, I don't think we can come to any conclusive evidence unless you get the nail in the coffin. And he kind of seemed to push back on me. And I was like, oh, okay, well, he doesn't seem very honest in that one sense. And then the next time we talked, he was just like fully honest. His next video was about the conclusive evidence. And I was like, okay, we all have to admit when we're wrong and prove. And it's not necessarily that he was wrong. It's just that, yeah, to come to a conclusive decision on what John has done, we have to have conclusive evidence, even though it looks really bad, for people to really make a decision. I mean, it looks really bad right now, and people are just discrediting it like it's nothing. Yeah, I'm in his video right here. You guys want to hear my part in his video? It's just me saying, it's us talking over each other. Let me try not to blow your eardrums out. Let me check the gain on this audio because I had to turn it up for Twitter Spaces. Hopefully that's not too loud. I completely agree. Like I'm 100% there with you on Ben Phillips and anybody that's proven.
But that's
No, I
the team
100%
stealing
agree
from
on
you
those.
guys.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I was specifically, I'm sorry, I should have clarified, talking on the last point about John's wallet, because that's what everybody's last pillar of hope is in right now.
And
So, yeah, my tiny part. I didn't know he was going to use that, but yeah, he used that in his video. CoffeeZilla is not a small deal. These videos, people say, oh, he's doing this for views. It's like he's gotten videos that have millions of views. These are not actually his best viewing videos. They're not doing bad. He's also had Mr. Beast come onto his channel for a video, so he's not a small deal. Mr. Beast literally went on this guy's channel, and Mr. Beast is one of the most famous people in the entire world. So yeah, let me read you guys' comments for a second. They just made the Mooncraft code open source so anyone could contribute or fork the project into their own. Okay, what way could that benefit Safemoon holders? Could you tell me that? CH Thonic Boom. Disappointed like everyone, sorry. The Maxis are just like cultists. I prefer to watch your stream instead anyway, CC. Well, thank you, Ryan. I will be here for you guys, whether things are good or bad. I have 1 million Safemoon for 1K, not selling it, rather lose it and missing out. Yeah, I kind of feel that way too. Like, just in case something turns around and it blows up, I don't want to sell. I'd have to be really convinced that it was going downhill to just be like, oh, I need to save hundreds of dollars because I'd rather save that than lose it. I feel like Safemoon community is dividing into two factions: realistic, speculative, and the toxically optimistic, dismissive. Yeah, for sure. And there is toxic people on the fudders as well. Like, they talk trash on it so much. There's a lot of different categories. Everybody has different beliefs. That's awesome, bro. Thanks, Steely. Lyle speaks the truth. I'm already about 1K down, 500 USD left. I don't care much holding. We're in the exact same spot. I still feel good about Safemoon. Everything they do and have done gives me hope that will pull all out of the slump. And that's fine for you to feel that way. I don't even want to control your emotions. If you come to a different logical conclusion than me, that's fine. Safemoon was launching the wallet, and there was, I don't know if I remember exactly where it was, but you guys remember that big build up into the release of the wallet, and then the wallet just never came? It might have been around here. I could find out, but it's okay. We had a build up into the release of the wallet, and we were pumping the wallet. We didn't have a wallet, guys. Like, we just didn't have a wallet. Ryan came in and made the wallet, and then we lost the team. So that's pretty worrying as well. Like, if John didn't know we had a wallet, then, that makes him not the greatest leader of the project because the wallet wasn't delivered. Or if he knew that we didn't, then they were actively promoting something that wasn't there and possibly selling on the dips. That's my thing, is like, if what Ben Phillips was doing, around these times, pumping and dumping on you guys, saying buy the dip, and I can't believe that whale soul, what an asshole, and dumping on you guys, and me, I got in around here as well. I just don't listen to people when they say buy the dip. I just decide for myself. If the Safemoon was doing the same thing in any kind of way around here, then yeah, that's bad. If I found out that they were pumping the wallet or Project Phoenix, I mean, we were told the exchange and the blockchain was coming by the end of last year. What is that gonna do to investors, guys? That's gonna cause us to be like, oh crap, we gotta buy before this ship takes off. I mean, that's a real thing to talk about. Now, if they're taking money from those buys, if they're taking money from that, then I would be done with Safemoon. If that was proven that they were taking money from that, right? Like, that's a big hell no for me. If Safemoon team did what Ben Phillips did, and that's speculation, they could have just been taking from the 5% that was supposed to go to the LP, and that wouldn't have affected the price in a negative way, but it just didn't affect it in the positive way that it was supposed to affect it. So I don't know, guys. I'm probably about to get some food soon. I'm gonna be in a space in about a couple hours. I'm gonna be in the BUSD buffet space. If you guys want to stop by and hang out, check out their project, I'll be in there. Did John own Tano or someone else? John owned Tano, yeah. The wallet was supposed to be released back in August when they had that big camp. Thank you, DJ Arm. Thank you. You have a better memory than me. It's that little bump in October that was the wallet hype, I think. Somebody said around August. Okay, so it's probably around here that they hyped up the. No, he said August. Okay, so if that was in August, and I could easily just go like look this up. Oh, right here. Was this it, or was it this one? Was it August 21st? No, it was probably this one. I bet it was August 28th. Also, guys, I live streamed. I think the release of the wallet, and we got like 46,000 views. I had crazy stream going, and it was a long stream. We had a lot of people. My heart break when I understand CEO is fraud. Well, that I just give it a little more time to come to a conclusion. Sam did the same thing 2 weeks. Utility no longer than 4. Get ready, guys. EGC. Yeah, and that's where it's like, there's a difference, right? The difference is delays from trying to make something and knowing you don't have something and telling people about it. And there's a difference between knowing something and telling people that it's real, or just not realizing that you don't have the actual wallet or the exchange or the blockchain that's actually going to come out, and dumping on the price and taking money from what's supposed to be going to the LP. Taking money from investors while promising things that you don't deliver is completely different than just not hitting your deadlines. I completely understand Safemoon, Evergrow, any project not hitting their deadlines because it's coding, and coding is unpredictable, and they get into errors and problems, and they think it's good, and they find a problem, and then it takes forever to fix that problem. I mean, that's just expected and natural. But selling and dumping on your investors is not. You can control that. You just don't do that. Thanks, Brandon Kotz Larkzik. I tried my best right there. Thanks a lot for your time and knowledge, CC. You're welcome, man. Thanks so much. Open discussion is absolutely necessary at this point. I still believe allegations are allegations until they become a fact. I agree with that. Suga. I'm in the same position as you. Early December was V2. Nice. The V2 buildup. I don't know. It's speculative. It's all speculative. I'm just saying, if I found out for sure something like that, I would be done. Thank you so much, Row H, for the $1. I really do appreciate that. So basically, everyone originally involved with Safemoon has abandoned ship, and Captain Huddle is going down with the ship right now. I don't know. It's his time to shine. If John is innocent, he could just come out like even better than before. Like, people unfortunately worship John, and they would believe he was a god. If he came out, proved that it was all used for Safemoon, and that he was clear, and that he's done everything right, everybody, like, the Maxis would become like they'd become even more Maxi, right? For John, it's a huge opportunity for him to come out shining. He just has to do it right, and maybe he does have a good plan. I don't know, but right now things don't look good. It looks like he took money and spent it on himself that was supposed to go to us, that could have had a big impact. For those of you guys that are just tuning in, I did the calculations, and a $9 million buy would put our price at 0.0025. So if they took $9 million, our price would be at 0.0025. And that's not including how much people would have not sold if the price had kept going up, or it could be lower. It's speculative, but I imagine that people would be more likely to buy if the price was going up than if it just keeps going down. But either way, $9 million would put us at 0.0025. So you can multiply 0.0025 by your bag size and get how much you would have. With $1 million, for every 1 million tokens you hold, that's $2,500. So if you hold 10 million tokens and they put that $9 million from the Bitmart tax that was supposed to go to our liquidity pool into the Safemoon liquidity pool, then you'd be sitting at $25,000 right now. And that's a big deal. I don't know. Maybe it's more than 9 million. It is a lot of speculation, but it's just a general look at the information. This project has been a constant letdown. There was so much potential in the beginning, even if eventually deliver, it's kind of a too little too late situation. Yeah, I have a lot of emotion attached to this project. Like, when I was new to crypto, I'm not an expert, and I got into Safemoon, and I believed in it. I was like, this is amazing. And you got Papa the Wizard. We got the locked liquidity pool. We got the reflections. You got the burn and how much reflections you can get if we burn through our supply. We got all these big things that the team is planning. And then we lost the team. And then this happened. And the wallet didn't come out. And the exchange and blockchain didn't come out. And we lost somebody else. And then it's just like, it sucks, because how I felt about Safemoon in the beginning is completely different now. But I really did believe in it, and it does suck. I'll give this to the Maxis. It's hard and it sucks coming out of something you believe in. especially when you prioritize that over truth. It makes it really hard. I've always been a person who, to me, it's all about the truth, right? That's how you grow. You got to be willing to be wrong. So I'm very quick to just see what could be wrong with myself or my project. So as much as it sucks, I'm always, like you guys, we're always able to see it a lot earlier than the maxis and then other people what's actually going on with our investment. I'm not selling my bag, Hippo, not yet. If I found out something bad about the lawsuit or John, like even worse, like he bought himself millions of dollars of stuff, then maybe I'd be like, I can't support this anymore. But I need more time and just to see what CoffeeZilla puts out next. I sold right after they were talking about the owl and Safemoon Mark scam. I lost a little too. So that's another. There's so much bad things around Safemoon. It sucks as a content creator because everybody just wants to hear like the views, the money comes from talking about how you might be rich one day, how we might go to $1, how much money you can make off reflections, the huge things, the mesh networks. That's where we get money, is by putting that stuff into YouTube, because that's what everybody's searching for. Nobody really cares to find out if they're going to lose money that day. They care to find out, how much money they might make soon. And the owls was like, that's insulting to the community. We were like, I don't know about you guys, but we're researching owls. We're like looking at people that have the name Owl or Hoot in their name and trying to figure out what connection they could have. And, we're looking at, Elon Musk and Starlink and all this stuff. And it was like two birds having sex on a phone call in the back of one of their calls. And they were laughing about it. And it became an inside joke. And it's almost like, I know that they meant it as fun, but knowing their role, they should have known this is going to get out of hand and people are going to think we're doing something huge. And really all we're doing is laughing about like some weird owls. Like, I don't even know what sound owls make whenever they're doing that. Like, do they just do whoo? Do they just keep doing that, But I guess that was happening on a phone call that Papa was on. And it's just like, that's insulting to the community. The amount of time and effort. Imagine the people that bought because they thought we had some huge connection to that. You need to respect your investors. All right, guys, I really appreciate all the donations. If there's any other huge information that comes out, I can do a video or go live again. I got to get some food. I'm in Oklahoma, so we got some tornado potential today, and I'll be doing a live space with actually, I think I had 2 spaces planned today, but I'll be doing a live space with BUSD Buffet soon. This is hilarious. Sorry, I'm just reading some of these replies to the Safemoon Addict. He just has a couple questions. I personally didn't even watch FUDZilla, but I don't think we should hound people on the community if they have questions. Let's stick together. Yep, you see how it's cowardly, it's hypocritical. Anyways, guys, I'll read these last comments and I'll probably end it here. He built commercial building for himself by scamming innocents. And that's another thing, is like how much money could have went back to investors. Imagine the charts if that money had went back to us instead of going towards buildings, towards advertising, towards all types of things that could have just went into our hands. It's a big deal. I wish I sold in October. I could have paid off my mortgage. Oh, damn, that's crazy, man. Yeah, my investment is worth nothing now, basically. No point in selling my pennies until it's fully confirmed. I learned my lesson. Take your profits at bare minimum your initial investment. Yeah, for sure, at least so you don't feel like you lost. So basically, the company heads were taking money. Now we are waiting on confirmation of who. We're waiting on confirmation of how bad it is and maybe what that money was used for, if there's a way to track that. We're waiting on possibly how much is John Caroni's house worth and when did he get it. That kind of information is to kind of look at like what has been spent. You still believe in the project? That's okay. I don't hate you for that. That's your choice to make. You're going to move it to Crow? Okay, Hippo. CoffeeZilla and some others are just hacks, probably paid by Binance. They're not paid. They're literally not paid. I asked him that on his space last night, and he's like, no, I'm not paid. Like unless he's lying, which you could say that, but no, I asked him directly. He's like, I'm not paid by anybody to do this. Why do you think Safemoon Mark was let go? Think he stumbled on something? It's because he created a contract that he thought of where the price only goes up and it works, but he had one line of coding that allowed for a re-entrancy hack to happen. And because that hack happened, Safemoon didn't want to be associated with Mark because they don't want to be associated with a hack. So they just let Mark go without even finding out. what happened or why it happened. The contract was in the middle of being audited. They paid for that. They paid for an audit on their contract, and when the hack happened. So that's what happened with that. That's a hoot means to shout or laugh, usually derisively, kind of like the jokes on us. Maybe, yeah. All right, guys, you guys are awesome. I'll catch you guys later. Feel free to message me, Discord, Twitter, share any kind of information with me, and it could be in my next video or the next live stream. And I'll see you guys in the next live. You guys are awesome. I'll see you guys later.